Welcome everybody back to Getting Mooned. Today we got Isabella Moon, we got
Coming in.
Elijah Moon, and we got Wojak Moon.
What's up with the Italian flag in the background, Jacob?
That's my roommate. It's not that exciting. No, he served his mission in Italy. So,
Italia.
speaking of Italians, I was playing a game this week online, Sea of Thieves, and I met up with some French Canadians, and it was very
How did that?
interesting.
How did that lead into Italian?
I don't know, just people from other countries. Uh, um, no, what was I gonna say? It was they locked me up in the brig, and I didn't do anything, and then they were just yelling stuff at me, and they were saying some naughty words that you're not supposed to say.
They said the N word at
They
him.
did.
Oh
Hey,
my gosh.
they could have been black. I had no idea. Yeah. Um, but that was interesting. But I ended up rizzing them up in the end, and it was all good. I talked
because
about
you were Donald Trump.
politics.
You
I was
impersonated Donald Trump.
I did. It was funny. And they were
We're gonna
impersonating.
build a wall.
Yeah, I was like, we're gonna build two walls. One on the Mexican side, one on the Canadian side. You're gonna pay for it. Yeah. Other than that, I didn't really do anything of interest this week.
I just got back from snowboarding,
Woo!
and I haven't gone since I was like 14. So I was kind of proud of myself. I did decent.
Good job.
Except for my friend, he was like, "Let's go through the trick course, whatever that place is."
Oh no.
And then I ate it. But it's kind of cool because I was like going, and then I kind of caught a little bit of air I was not expecting to, and then I landed, and then I last spun out. But it was okay because I'm okay. Except my butt really hurts, and my shoulder.
Everything.
But yeah,
Sounds fun.
Lee butt.
le buttocks.
True.
Big cramp. Elijah, why are you dressed so snazzily right now?
I got back from the temple about like an hour and a half ago, and then I went and got food. But then I sat down and I had a conversation with my friends, and we had an argument because I went up to a girl and complimented her.
Harassed.
But while I complimented her, I put my hand where it's not your shoulder, but it's like on kind of on your arm, and I didn't like squeeze, but I put my fingers there just to kind of get her attention. And I was like, "Hey, I think you're really cute. All right, have a good day." And I just left. And a lot of the guys and girls thought that was creepy.
It's not with someone your own age. If a grown man came up.
Well, yeah.
She's making fun of you. You're not a grown man. You're not a grown man. You're not a grown man.
I'm a little boy.
You're a little boy. Oh.
What? Who said that? Who said that? Not me. Please, we can
What? Isabel caught in 4K.
Oops.
You're not beating the allegations. Anyway, yeah, I was beefing with them about that, and only a few of the people there were like, "No, that's not that weird." And I asked Isabel, and Isabel gave her opinion, and she said it wasn't that weird.
It was not weird.
I
feel very complimented.
Yeah. I mean,
if your hand lingered or you grabbed it, my arm,
it's just
or you can just lightly hold around. That would be weird. But you just kind of tapping my arm and kind of brushing it, I don't know, that's weird.
Yeah, I lightly set my fingers on her arm.
No, because I'll do that in normal conversation with people. I'll be like, "Oh, hello."
Yeah.
If somebody did that to me, I would be weirded out.
Well,
Jacob, don't even, bro. You're not a girl.
What? How do you know? How do you know?
Checked?
I haven't checked in a while.
Oh, you haven't wiped
checked in a longer while.
It's crazy.
Jacob hasn't wiped.
I haven't showered or wiped or.
I have slept with you before.
You have.
Oh.
You did not unconsensually. And he kept moving around. He took up most of the bed.
I did. They kicked him out of the bed.
It was awful.
Go sleep on the couch.
Yeah. Yeah, it was not fun. But you know what is fun? Watching
that?
movies. Viewing the theater experience on Blu-ray coming soon. So yeah, we recorded a movie episode where I just found a random list and I didn't have any of my audio. So we couldn't really use any of it unless I went back and revoiced everything, and that would have been really weird.
That would be really weird. That'd be really interesting.
I've made my own list here, added a bunch of stuff, and this should be a little bit better because there's a lot of weird stuff on there that like we hadn't seen, or it was just like, and they didn't have a lot of diversity. I feel like it was more like just like action movies or like really old stuff like that we haven't really seen. But yeah, so I kind of took from a bunch of different places, and I feel like I got a good selection here. Got some kids stuff, got some kind of romance stuff, more like rom-com. I got some more serious stuff, some fun action stuff.
What the sauce?
But yeah, so let's get started with our tiers. We have just S, A, B, C, D, F. So yeah, let's get into it. So first we got Tres Amigos, which I know we've all seen.
I feel like a big part of that is nostalgia factor, but the other part, it's just genuinely a really funny movie. Stacked cast.
Yeah,
it's true.
Storyline's kind of sick, and then yeah, just the comedy.
It's awesome. The storyline's awesome.
Yeah, that's a good day.
I would put I don't know. I might move it up depending on, because last time we did this, we only had one thing in S tier. I would honestly put it in S, just because for comedies, it's hard because it's like you want to rank. It's a comedy, so it's not going to be as like deep and I don't know, as much enjoyment as like I don't know. It doesn't like what movies you like. For me, I don't know. I like something a little bit deeper, but
yeah.
We can start out, give it an A, top of A, put it there.
It's also historical.
It is. I know it has cool like the German guy. That was my favorite guy when I was growing up.
Exactly, and it's like
really?
the whole. Like,
I never got that guy when I was little.
Yeah, he's the pilot. He's got the cool leather jacket.
If you don't know anything about World War One and the history of World War One, Germany tried to convince Mexico to invade the United States, which is one of the things that got the United States to declare war on Germany. And so that's the historical part of it.
About that. There's like this telegram we intercepted, and we're like,
Zimmerman
that's
telegram.
Not very nice.
You know the guy's name in Three Amigos?
What?
Zimmerman. Just kidding.
Oh.
Adolf Zimmerman, that was his name.
Yikes!
I don't know any German names. That's the only one. I'm sorry. Jojo Zimmerman.
What's his friend's name?
I don't know. Esteban.
Just a little fat man. Just a fat. Oh, we should have put Jojo Rabbit on here. Whatever.
I did.
It's okay.
I did.
Oh,
rude. It's right there.
We love.
That's a good movie. That's a good movie.
I was being smart. All right. Speaking of good movies, just kidding. Stop doing that. It's a Wonderful Life.
Woo! S tier. S tier.
Yes. Really?
Dude,
oh, 100%. That is one of the only movies that every single time I watch it, I cry.
Dang.
It's sad. It's sad.
No,
life.
it's good.
That's not the point. It's not. It's a wonderful life. You're not supposed to cry. It's a wonderful life.
It's a good cry.
It's deep, and not just like deep on like, oh, it's a good, like you have a good life. Like it's his personal growth as a human being, and like just watching how he interacts with other people, but also how other people him grow too, and just like. It's just such a good movie.
Also, we wouldn't have Bert and Ernie in Sesame Street if we didn't have It's a Wonderful Life.
Why? Oh, because the two cop friends? The cop
because the cop and the taxi driver are Bert and Ernie.
That's so funny. That's I didn't know that.
Oh, they based them off.
My thing is, it's like, it's just an emotional movie, and I don't care about emotion. No, it doesn't, like, I like a mix of stuff.
Sociopath.
It's not.
Won't you come out tonight?
Buffalo girl, won't you come out tonight?
No, when she's like, it's kind of sexist, but he's like,
Well, it's
When-
old.
when I know, but I'm clarifying so people aren't like, you're a horrible person for thinking that's funny. Well, it is funny.
It's got
When he,
Alfalfa from
when
the
he
Rascals.
accidentally steps on the robe, and then it comes off,
Yeah.
and then he's like, oh, this is an interesting predicament.
Yeah.
Like
That's not
that-
really sexist. It's just harassment.
My bad. But yeah,
This
oh, and
isn't as
also,
bad as like as in Gone with the Wind when he
I
like
haven't seen it.
when she's like arguing with him and he just like picks her up and he like takes her up into the bedroom
yeah, that was insane.
and she's like
Frankly, dear.
fighting the entire time.
Is that the movie
Wait,
where they say, "Frankly, dear, I don't give a darn"?
Yeah.
Yes, that
Is that movie?
Yeah.
The first time they
Trying to make me
cursed
watch it.
in television or movies. Yeah, that was the first time they swore, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the
It's
first
revolutionary.
word.
Also
Um,
horribly racist, but
I haven't
Yeah.
seen it.
2 seconds in, you're like, oh,
I haven't seen it, so I'm not racist.
I mean it is about glorifying the Confederacy, so
yeah. It was kind of crazy. No, wait, I have one more thing before I move on. In A Wonderful Life, the behind the scenes and like for instance, like the pool scene where they weren't all supposed to jump in. It was just supposed to be them two, and then they all jumped in. Like just the behind the scenes of it is two of that movie.
No. That's
very
fun.
fun. Yeah.
I'll put it in S, I guess. It's just like I said. It's not. I think it's just a matter down to opinion thing to me. Like I like funny stuff. I like action. I do like more drama stuff, but I don't like it to be all drama, which this kind of is. Like there's a little.
Jacob doesn't have emotions.
Yeah, it's true. I just like explosions.
Yeah.
I don't think Jacob's ever cried
No,
once in
dude.
his entire life.
I haven't.
Yeah.
Oh.
He cut his
Don't talk
finger
about
one
it.
time when we were little.
All right.
Okay.
Speaking of being little, the next
Little
thing I chose
crybaby.
because of Elijah, and I didn't see any Thomas the Train Engine movies. I just watched like
Hero
TV shows. But I know, I know Elijah really likes Thomas. He likes
I
trains.
don't actually. Thomas
Wait,
the
which
Train was my
one's
aunt.
that movie?
Oh, I should have put in Fantastic Mr. Fox. What?
Which one is that one about?
I don't know. I just found a random one. I didn't recognize any of them.
I
We
mean,
had like a
Thomas the
one
Train-
CD.
Thomas the Train as a series is a solid like C.
I just like stop motion and it's charming. I liked it as a kid.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. We'll put it a B.
As a
I
kid.
didn't like that they would talk, but their faces wouldn't move.
Yeah, that annoyed me.
That was really creepy.
But
Penny was my
Elijah really
aunt.
likes
I
it.
hated Penny.
Oh, Elijah would put it
Oh,
S, but he's covering
Percy,
it up.
Percy, that's the name. Percy. Percy was my
See the
aunt.
green one?
Yeah. Percy
I
was a
like
coward.
the big blue one, like Gordon or something,
You would have liked Gordon. You are
or
Gordon.
Diesel, or
Me?
Diesel.
No, the Diesels are bad, bro.
They're cool.
No,
They
the
look
Diesels
they
are
look
cool.
different. That's why I like them. They look like all cool. And they're like.
They literally beat up on the steam train. They'll be a gang.
Elijah really wants to put this in S, but he's holding back his
Oh yeah.
his inner self.
For sure. Saving Private Ryan.
Yep.
That's a solid A or S.
I haven't watched it.
What?
I don't want to watch it. It's
Why
sad.
not? You saw the first scene.
It is really
I
sad.
know,
best
that's
scene.
why I don't watch it.
And what it makes me
'Cause-
want to go charge the beaches.
It makes me
Is
want to
that
go.
bad?
to
That scene makes you want to charge the beaches.
I want to
Okay.
go attack some Nazis.
Well, I like attacking Nazis. Everybody can be in for attacking Nazis, but
No,
I don't want to die on Normandy.
I would die. Maybe
I mean, I would.
when I get a family that might change, but right now I'm single. I'm ready to die for my country.
For my country.
I just over here touching girls, and I'm wanting to storm the beaches of Normandy.
Yikes.
That's crazy.
All right. No, I'm gonna put it in S.
Yeah, it's pretty freaking
It's
good.
above-
No,
Yep,
it's
yep,
behind.
yep,
It's behind.
Yep. The practical effects.
behind.
The
It is
practical effects
behind.
themselves
It is-
were game changing when it came
It
out.
is
The practical, the
behind.
warfare.
It is behind.
It is deep. It's got emotion. It's got crazy action.
No.
It's got
No.
Tom
No.
Hanks. Tom
It is-
Hanks.
I get the talking stick. They also after this movie they had to open up hotlines for
Exactly.
veterans
Realistic.
because because it was so realistic that it made them have PTSD, and they had to open up separate hotlines for them.
So do you want
Spielberg.
it to be higher or lower?
Spielberg.
I'm fine with it being higher.
Okay, fine. I will abstain.
All right, you better. Oh, I should say I probably should say this in the front, but
Abstinence.
we all get one S Trump card that we get to choose. That wasn't mine, but
Okay.
we all get one, and if you don't use it, you get a high five from me at the end. So.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Back to the Future.
That's like
Like a B.
that's a B. Yeah.
B. Like, I get in the time, like, oh, it's so big and good and nostalgic, but it's not nostalgic for me. It's a fun movie, like, it's cute, but like when I watched it, I was like, oh, that was nice.
I like the music.
And I don't know.
Yeah, it's a B.
Yeah.
It's next to Thomas the Train.
I'm fine with that. I might have put it a little bit higher. As I enjoyed
Yeah.
it. And it is fun. I don't know. I'm like one of those weirdos who are like, look back. I get a little bit 80s nostalgia, even though I wasn't even alive then.
It's in the 80s.
It's just,
yeah.
I consumed a lot of like 80s media when I was like a kid, so.
Yeah.
Mostly MacGyver, but yeah.
MacGyver was peak. The new MacGyver sucks though.
Sex booty.
Yeah, I haven't seen it. Alright, Lion King, which I've actually never, I don't think I've seen the whole thing through.
Honestly,
Parts, yeah.
it's not the hype. People love
I looked
it
at
so much.
IMDb, and it was like
It's
number
fun.
5 or something. It was really high up on IMDb.
It's fun. I like the music.
I like the music.
Okay. Fine. Elton John. Can you feel the love now? That's good. That's good.
It's not.
I like that. You don't like that song?
No.
What? It's not an F.
Oh, you're supposed to see that. You were supposed to see that.
Not an F. Throw it up to B. It is.
B.
It is as iconic, if not more iconic,
Okay.
than Back to the Future.
No, it's
Yeah,
below Back
I
to the
would.
Future.
Iconic wise, it is above Back to the Future. I would put it below Back to the Future because I didn't enjoy it as much. It is a kids movie.
Yeah, I feel bad.
Like I would rewatch Back to the Future before I would watch Lion King.
I agree.
I'm open to both.
All right, I'm gonna put it in front. All right,
Okay, Frozen.
Frozen.
Frozen. Elsa is hot.
You just like the Nords. So we've
Well-
been playing Skyrim recently.
I do like the Nords.
I'd give it a really high B.
I remember.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I
actually
was in
genuine.
elementary school when it came out, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Like 5th grade.
So did you only pick good movies? Because if you only picked good movies, it's all gonna just
I
be.
try to find bad ones. I don't know. It's hard because it's like, I don't know. Like think of a bad movie off the top of your head. See, it's hard. It's hard. It's like Sharknado or something, but I've never seen it. Like I don't watch bad movies. I hear they're bad, and it's like,
I mean, like any of the new Marvels.
Marvel's
the
on
last-
here.
The
It's on
last
here.
3 Star Wars.
It's on here. We're doing
Star
a Star
Wars?
Wars theory. We're doing a Star Wars. I want to do a Star Wars thing separate, but I put Star Wars on here as a general thing. But yeah, so like all the stuff, like it's on here. Like I can't think of anything else, so it's like kind of hard. So, well, Frozen. Should it be above or? I feel like it's got it tied with Lion King. Lion King might. It's hard. This Frozen, I feel like, is very iconic and is stayed
Lion
relevant.
King's way more iconic than Frozen.
But I like.
But
I
like,
Frozen
what happens
a
in
lot
10
because
years?
The music is so much better. The like storyline's so much better. Like
The storyline's very unique. Yeah.
the woman, like this was low key one of the first like Disney princess movies where she was like literally straight up like you can't marry a guy you just like.
Right.
And we
I
had
did
a
have a
queen.
nice bait and switch.
Like we had a nice, but even then, it wasn't like weird feminine stuff in there. It was just kind of like, I don't know. It's just like a different take on.
Just Elsa was.
And
Oh, I
Olaf
mean-
was based. Super based. He would have voted for Trump. For sure. Just kidding.
That's
And then what's the
Red
one
Belt.
thing? Yeah, with the Swedish guy? He's like, what does he say?
Big Winter Blowout?
Yeah, Big Winter Blowout. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was funny. Yeah, I would put it above Lion King. I enjoyed. Well, I haven't seen Lion King, so I don't know. You guys decide. It's up to you. Above or below.
Above.
I
Like-
I think story wise it's above. Iconic it's below.
Above. Opinion overrides.
I'll
above.
just go above. Home Alone.
S.
As
S.
Honestly,
don't say
S?
it.
as a little kid, I thought it was fun, but like I honestly thought that was like an A.
Have you watched it as an adult? When's the last time you watched it?
I watched it as an adult.
Watch it.
It's so good. It's so fun.
Like I
Music?
would throw it. I would throw it next
Epic.
to.
Immersing.
Next to.
Macaulay
the three
Culkin's a
of
very good child actor. Harry and Marv are funny, and like they never miss a beat. The
Yeah.
the scenery of the house is just very like Christmassy, and like it just gets me in the mood for
Very
Christmas
pretty.
time.
And like
Yeah,
it's also like not just the house, like when he goes into the church and like when
Yeah.
it like it's and he's walking and he's like sad and it's like zooming in on the other people's houses and things
Yeah.
like so good.
it's just it's my favorite Christmas movie, and I just yeah, everything just I can't think of anything that's wrong with it. It's awesome.
Yeah.
You got John Candy just thrown in there for some reason.
Oh yeah. Oh,
All
and
right.
the improv all those scenes.
Yeah.
Like it was insane.
All right, where
It's behind It's Wonderful Life for sure.
I would.
No. No.
You don't think so? Oh my goodness. No, you're so wrong.
Oh yeah,
Opinion-
it's way better.
Opinion wise, it's in front.
I'm
of
kind
it.
of struggling with Saving Private Ryan right now.
You're so wrong. That's so wrong.
You're wrong.
It just
It's a Wonderful Life is the best Christmas
Home
movie.
Alone hits me in the feels though, so I think Saving Private Ryan is like sad, and then it's like it makes me want to go
Sad.
fight for my country. But Home Alone's it's just awesome. So I would put it above Ryan,
Wrong.
but it's like I'm in different moods. I don't know. It's hard. Elijah, you can only use your resting to bump stuff up. You do want to do that with Wonderful Life? And it's already an S tier. I don't know how it works. If you just bump it up all the way.
Move on to the next one.
All right, it's Marvel Cinematic Universe.
That's
As
a B.
general,
Yeah,
B.
yeah.
yeah, that's fair.
Because as
Um,
a whole, if we broke down the movies, obviously, but like, I don't know how I talked. I say we'll put it in front of Frozen. But just like, I don't know, they've gotten to a point where I'm like, bruh. And even when they weren't at that point, and this is just personal preference, I just feel like there was. But at the same time, I understand, like cinematography, CGI, acting.
Yeah, it's definitely on the cutting edge of things, but it did a lot of like I felt like in the I don't know, it kind of made the actors that were in it, but like you would watch it and then like some like I don't know, Samuel L. Jackson would show up and be like, "What?"
Yeah.
Like a lot of fan service, and now they're just kind of throwing stuff in that are kind of like super deep cuts that people don't like get. So it's not like a general, like the super fans, I guess, will understand, and then the casual people will be like, I just want to see Robert Downey Jr. beat up some aliens or something. I don't know. And they
Yeah.
already kind of like finale'd, and then now they're kind of like trying to build up to something again, but it's not really working. And like,
Yeah.
it's all kind of just jumbled mess as a whole. Like I can't follow all the storylines. I mean, they have some hits like Loki. I really enjoyed Moon Knight. Like all the Spider-Man stuff. Like I've enjoyed. Like the
I've never
Spider-Man.
watched- I never watched Moon Knight. All I know is they play Marvel Rivals, and he's very annoying to fight.
Nerd.
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 The moon haunts you. Yeah, he's really annoying.
But yeah, definitely the original, like all the way up to Endgame. Yeah, Endgame is the last one. Like is very like they're all like really good. I don't think I didn't
love
I didn't like
I
Doctor
love-
Strange. That was like the one I didn't like, but a lot of people
I
really
loved
love Doctor
Infinity
Strange.
War.
Mhm.
Infinity War was the best.
Yeah,
This is
'Cause
one thing I
that's my
do.
favorite one.
This is kind of off topic, but not what I do say. Like for me, and not like quality of movies, but just thinking of the characters in my head. DC Justice League, I get the same like joy of thinking about like, oh, like this is their storyline and da da da. As I do Marvel, I grew up. I think my favorite of the superhero stuff I grew up with Batman. So I prefer DC, and that's why I'm giving it a look. But if we were talking about when I thought of Marvel, I thought of X-Men instead of
X-Men's
totally
on
different.
here. X-Men's later.
Yay!
Is what you're kind of cutting out. I don't know if it's your mic or something. You might have to talk
Can
a
you
little
hear me
closer.
better
Yeah,
now?
and it was just we understood, but
You're
you might just have
tripping.
to
You're
talk a
tripping.
little closer. I was just gonna say that segment of time was just so iconic, especially for me. I was in high school. I was going with all my friends to see like Infinity War. And we had to wait a year. Everybody died, and like it was that time. It's just people were talking about it. It was the thing, especially in my friend group. Like it was just the thing for me, and I feel like it was for a lot of people too.
I
But
just
now
like
it fell off. So I feel like a B is a solid spot. Yeah. All right, Dune. Let's just
Never
Dune 1 and 2.
mind.
Dune was kind of mid.
I didn't like it either. That's funny. The lore is confusing. It looks pretty.
2 of the books. I
But-
read 2 of the books. I read 2 of the books, and the books kind of also aren't very good in my opinion. Specifically because you can tell an engineer wrote it because he spends like 2 pages explaining machinery and then like 2 lines of dialogue, and they're bad. So, I throw it at a good C.
I don't like Timothy Chalamet. He's a fine actor. I don't connect with him. We talked about this last in the podcast, we didn't, but like, and my belief is movies, why we enjoy them is that we get to connect with the characters, and we experience stuff through them, or we see ourselves in them, and they're going through their experiences, and that's why we enjoy seeing stuff, or we know somebody in our lives that's gone through that experience, and we can see it.
Yeah.
But just the guy is like, he's just I don't know, he's an annoying little kid in my opinion, which is how he's written.
In the
and he plays
books?
it off.
In the books, he's so much more insufferable.
Yeah.
He's so insufferable. But
And I
anyway,
wanted more action. Like the whole time I was watching it, the beginning scene was so cool. There was like the sand crawler thing. And they were all like attacking it, and it was like shelling them, and there was explosions, and it looked so cool because the sand was going over, and like it just looked like super cool. And like there was no action, to, like the very end, and they all die. And it's like that was like a 10-minute thing, and I waited like
Have you
3
watched the
hours
second
to see
one?
it. Yeah, I've seen both.
okay.
I don't know.
C. Or C, I mean.
I think it's a C.
C.
I probably should put it above. We could put Thomas in C maybe, or do
Yeah.
this. It's definitely iconic. Like I can't. A lot of people love it, and just like how it's filmed. I know there's a lot of like the film critics really love it, but I just don't get it. That's really funny. I have what is it called? Monty Python and the Holy Grail below Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and then they kind of fit together. Look at Indiana Jones and Holy, but we'll go to Indiana Jones. I'm just gonna say the first 3. Actually,
First
we'll do
3?
the whole series. Let's do the whole series.
Okay, if it's the whole series, then a solid like B.
Yeah. I like the 4th one, not as much as the first 3, but definitely more iconic than Back to the Future, I would say. And I would be willing to put it low A. Like
I think it's a high
I've
B.
really enjoyed the 3rd one.
The 3rd one's. Which
First,
one's the 3rd one?
first
Third
and
one-
3rd ones are my
The
favorite.
other one is
3rd
with
one's
his
Holy
dad.
Grail, right?
First one
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
What is it called?
Yeah, the Holy Grail is by
Yeah,
far the
Holy
best
Grail.
one. Yeah.
The Last
I-
Crusade. Oh, you like the first one the most? I like the
No,
3rd one the
third.
most.
My
Oh,
third
okay.
one's
3rd.
Last Crusade.
The Christian overtones are awesome too.
Yeah.
that's
The first one has that too a little, but yeah,
It does,
There's
but
a
not as
more.
much.
yeah. Yeah.
Because
And the second one,
the 3rd one, it's like just explaining who, like, at the same time, there's like, he's going through the entire thing. He's having to like test his faith and all the different
Yeah.
stuff, and Jesus is a carpenter and like a lonely man, and it was just
Just the
cool.
wooden
There's
cup.
a lot of Christian
Yeah.
undertones.
I would be willing to keep it at like low A, just
Yeah.
so B doesn't get saturated. But we could bump it down, whatever happens. I feel like it's on par with Three Amigos, just because the newer stuff kind of brought it down. I don't know why I put this. I just threw The Godfather in here, just because it's like it's probably known as like one of the best movies ever.
Mhm.
And you guys haven't seen it though, but I'll put it. I feel like I don't know what we did last time, but high S. Just how iconic it is, and
Yeah, I think we did.
or high A, sorry.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah. All right. Breakable series.
Yes. S.
Yeah, I know we talked about this one last time. It's kind of annoying, but
Unbreakable is like heavy S.
yeah. I don't know. Now we have more stuff in S though. I would put it here. I would put it in between Wonderful Life and Saving Private Ryan,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Agree.
Solid. Yeah.
No,
I
I thought there was
just-
gonna be more arguments.
No, because I think why my argument isn't more is because like, just the third one, they could have wrapped it up
Yeah.
a bit better than they did. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really.
And then even in Split, it would have been cool to maybe add a couple more hints at the fact the movies were connected, minus. But I mean, I guess that was kind of a cool like
Yeah.
because my mom went, so she watched Unbreakable, and then years later, it's like, oh, Split, such a good movie. Goes and watches it, and then she, because like, told that this was a sequel, kind of. I don't know if you would consider a sequel, but it's still. And so that was a cool moment.
Yeah,
But at the same time,
part of the
I kinda
trilogy.
wish there was more hints. Maybe like even the
Yeah.
therapist talking about having to help somebody that like, I don't know, like got in a car wreck when he was younger. Or,
Well, didn't they have
Whatever.
like the weird tattoo things? Like they could have had those signs showing up, like in the
Yeah.
other movies or something. Yeah, no, they could have done a. He could have done a better lead up. It seemed like he kind of like threw it in for that last movie.
yeah, but
I
Unbreakable and Split, both incredible movies.
I just like the realistic superhero aspect. Like, I enjoy that like concept of trying to make
Yeah.
superheroes. I really that's like my favorite thing in movies is when people strive for realism. Like that's what I've really enjoyed. I've noticed in movies is like when it feels very authentic and real. And like, so I don't really enjoy like sci-fi stuff really as much anymore. And the sci-fi stuff I do enjoy is like Andor or something where it's like more realistic and gritty.
Well,
Or
and you really
Star Wars,
connect with
but-
Bruce Willis too in the first movie. He's just like a good
No.
guy that's trying to.
Well,
do
he's not
good
even
things.
a good guy. Like he's thinking about cheating on his wife in the beginning, but he's
Yeah, but
like
at the
Oh,
same
that's-
that makes him
No,
like
well,
more
he's a great
relatable, I guess.
character, though, because it's because he's so lonely because him and his wife are thinking about.
Yeah,
That's not right because he's still married.
Or
It's just
divorced.
more like making him more complicated and making. I don't know.
yeah. No,
Or-
that I didn't say that makes him. I'm saying that makes him more relatable as he has these
Oh.
weaknesses and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's good. All right, this is the Justice League like DC universe thing. So with like the new Superman or the newer Superman, I think he's still the Henry
See,
Cavill Superman stuff. the
because
Wonder
their
Woman.
hits
That
so little compared to all their
Jason
misses.
Momoa.
I say a high C.
I'd
Because
say a
they're-
high C also.
Yeah, because it makes you sad. Because there
Oh.
are.
Put it below Dune.
Okay, yeah, I'm fine with that.
Next to Thomas the Train.
Oh my god.
Thomas the Train.
Yeah, it just like the first Wonder Woman was kind of fun, but I don't think I'd ever rewatch the first one, Wonder Woman.
Really?
There's other like World War One
Really,
movies.
really like it.
I didn't really care about the Wonder Woman stuff. I just care about the World War One stuff because there's not a lot of World War One movies compared to like World War Two stuff. So
Yeah. That's why like 1917 and a few of those.
I thought about putting that on here in 1917, but we kind of have
That's
other
a good movie.
other fillers. I didn't want to get too saturated in certain genres. But yeah, kind of going. This next streak is kind of kids movies. Toy Story.
A.
Yeah, that's a good A.
I would put it in S.
No.
I'd say it's an A.
Just because Tom Hanks. No, I don't know. There's something about it where it's like,
Nostalgia. That's what's
yeah,
about it.
That's
nostalgia.
what makes it a nest. But and well, even then, I mean, I like Toy Story, but it wasn't my favorite.
Yeah. But like
agree.
rewatching it, it's very
It's funny.
as
Like,
an
I
adult,
love-
like rewatching as an adult, it's like a kid show that I can rewatch as an adult.
Yeah.
But it's also very good for kids. Like it's very like around all ages can enjoy it, which is pretty cool.
Well, I agree with that because I feel like sometimes, like, when they do add adult humor, it's inappropriate underlining.
Yeah.
But this, like, I didn't know who Picasso was when I was little. So when he's like, "Oh, I'm Picasso," I get that joke,
So,
and like other things like that, and
yeah.
like you don't understand, and obviously that's not inappropriate. And so
Yeah.
when you get older, you're like, "Oh, I get it now." Oh, that's
And
Because
funny.
he
Buzz.
chopped off his ear.
Yeah.
The claw. Anyway,
Um,
I don't know. I think it should be alright. Well, I'll be fine. Oh.
And then like the Star Wars.
I would put it above Three Amigos,
Amigos.
just because I haven't seen it
Really?
in a while.
Yeah.
But
No, I disagree.
Right
there's a
below
lot
Three
of good
Amigos.
stuff in A.
Below Three Amigos.
Alright, I'll agree with that. That's fine.
Huh.
Yeah. The thing is, I'd rather watch Toy Story than The Godfather again.
No, I don't know the Godfather's in here. I have no connection to this one at all. Like I haven't even watched it.
We'll
Yeah.
drop it down. It's just, yeah. I don't know. I'm just thinking about rewatch. It's just like I also like I don't like rewatching movies. I like being more fresh. Like the longer I haven't seen a movie, the more I enjoy it kind of.
Yeah.
And The Godfather I just watched like a month ago or something for the first time, but it's a very long movie. Just yeah, it's fun. All right, another Pixar, Incredibles.
Incredibles is good, bro.
It's
That's
awesome.
a solid
Incredibles.
high. That's like a high A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think above Toy Story.
I put it above Toy Story.
Yeah. Music in Incredibles is like my
Oh,
favorite
So good.
music.
And also like the fighting in it and just like I don't know, it's just fun to like again like seeing a family interact, but they're like superheroes.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
also just the idea of like a superhero having to like get that him and have and I know
Is
but
what you're
having
cutting
the
out. Can
Oh.
you talk slower, maybe?
sorry. Get excited. What was I saying? Oh, how we're talking about like realistic stuff and that like just the idea of a superhero getting like their like literally making that elite.
Yeah.
And I know that's like a little part of it and that's not a big part,
I know
but
that's
like
actually you saying that's pretty like dark if you think about like or just pretty
Yeah.
realistic. Like it's kind of
that's what I'm
showing.
saying, like the government
Yeah.
controlling them and like and then the morally gray of like the dude wanted to kill himself or whatever, but he saved him. But then like I don't know, it's just like it's a cool thought to think about when you're little and
Pretty
even
deep
now.
topics, yeah.
Yeah. Because really when you're little you're more like, oh, are they gonna whatever his face gonna defeat them? But then like when
Oh.
you think dang, there's so much more and him risking so much more than oh, you're leaving like his wife being jealous. You know what I'm saying? That was good.
But yeah, and just the music's so fun. I really enjoy the music. I played it in band, and it's so fun to play. It's like jazzy.
Yeah.
Fun. Bolt. Did you ever watch that, Elijah?
Yeah, it was.
I'd say
It was-
a B.
It was fun. I remember enjoying it.
No.
I remember actually being kind of scared of it a little bit.
Really? fine.
I
The
put it
vision
as
scared you?
I put it as a B.
Yeah.
I'd
say B.
It's like a road trip movie, and I like road trip movies. They're kind of fun.
I'd put it behind Lion King.
Really?
yeah.
I don't know. I just have nostalgia attached to it.
Yeah. I would put it. I mean, like, I think.
Honestly, my
I
only
think if
nostalgia
you're-
for Lion King, my only nostalgia for Lion King is that I used to sleep with a Lion King blanket,
Um.
and I had no, like, I actually don't really have much of a connection to Lion King, but Lion King is just like so iconic.
Yeah, I think you're right
So-
in that. But like for me, I don't know. The iconicness, like I would rather watch Bolt than Lion King or Frozen.
Yeah. For real.
But
Say bit-
hard.
Oh
I
no.
don't know. I'm gonna close my eyes. Or it's going there. Oh.
Good job.
All right. Dumb and Dumber. Elijah's favorite movie.
I do not like Dumb and Dumber.
I'd say B.
I'd throw
Oh.
that as a solid like C or D.
No, B.
You probably put it below Thomas. Elijah, are you sure you don't want to use your S trump card on Thomas the Train? Are you sure?
I'm tempted to do it just for the memes, but
Sure.
I-
For the memes. He's just memeing on us. It's very quotable and it's fun. That's a really low reason. I don't know. It does have a lot of gross parts, is the bummer thing.
Yeah.
And like, it's not Jim Carrey's best character.
Okay, you know what's weird? When he has this scene where he's like, when they're about to leave the apartment, and they're like, I just don't want to be a loser. It's so weird because his
That cut
acting is
out.
so
It
good.
cut out.
Oh,
I didn't hear what the quote was.
when he's like, he said, I don't want to be a loser anymore. That scene in his, because a lot of times in comedies, when they do the serious scene, sometimes they try to make them comedic. Don't, as a way to make it comedic by making it serious. They're not good at acting serious. But you can see Jim Carrey's like, because he genuinely seems so sad. And I don't know, it was just like, it's really,
No, he's a very good
Watching-
actor. Like,
yeah. And be like, oh,
Yeah.
this is like a real person with emotions, not just here to make us laugh. I mean, obviously,
I
the
like
whole
the,
point of the
like
movie.
the Truman Show a lot more.
that's
Oh,
on here. That's
100%.
3 down. That's 3 down. Up. Well, actually, where do we want to make? Sorry, I don't think we ranked. I just kind of threw it in there.
You can
We're
do
gonna
it
put
below
Dumb and Dumber.
Dune.
Yeah, that's
Below
fair.
Dune.
That's fair. Yeah. All right, up.
Makes me cry. Makes me cry.
I
I'd
like
say-
the big balloon, the Zeppelin.
And
That
that's
was
the
my
one
favorite
with
part.
the dog.
And the guy with the dogs, he was so cool. The little adventurer. I wanted him to get that bird.
So
I thought
the
he was.
first
I
10
was rooting
minutes
for the
are
other guy.
cinematic masterpiece.
Do you know that's the sister Zeppelin to the Hindenburg? Supposed to be
Oh.
the Graf Zeppelin.
That's funny.
That's funny.
That's why I liked it. Just kidding. I wanted him to get. I was rooting for the
German.
bad guy the whole time. I hated
Nazi,
Doug.
actually.
Doug was annoying. Oh, he was.
You didn't like Doug?
I didn't
Yeah,
like Doug.
the Hindenburg was a Nazi craft.
I like the what's the little boy's name?
Hi, my name's
Ralph. Ralphie.
Ralph. Yeah,
Ralph.
and I'm here to help you with your anything. I don't remember what he says.
An old man was fun. There is, and Doug was just
What
kind of
did
like
you
thrown in
say?
there.
Sorry.
Doug was like Jar Jar
Doug,
Binks.
Doug was a vibe. Doug was a
Doug
vibe.
was Jar Jar Binks.
No, Doug,
he was
Doug was
fine.
not nearly. It was not nearly as bad as Jar Jar Binks.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I was joking. I haven't seen it in a while, so I can't really say. I just thinking back, I don't think about Doug at all. Just the relationship between.
There's
Uh,
funny quotes we
grandpa.
still use in our family. Squirrel.
And I didn't
We
see
still
this.
use
We
that as
didn't.
the thing.
Squirrel. We didn't have this CD. I don't think until like when we were older, so we didn't watch it as much. Me and Isabel, or I don't know.
I
Like, the first
also
time I saw it
still
was
do-
in Maryland during Aunt Katie's wedding. Name drop.
Oh really? Name drop. Hashtag shout out Aunt Katie.
Oh, that-
I don't
Um,
remember. Instagram
Doctor,
handle.
doctor.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the first time I saw it. I was eating a crystal blue Gatorade. Just kidding.
Mm.
The icy blue, whatever they're called.
Eating it? You were eating it?
I was eating it. It was frozen.
It's so weird. You
Um,
remember
nom
Katie's
nom.
wedding. All I
I
remember
don't.
from
Oh no,
her
I remember
wedding.
being outside the temple. Yeah, I remember.
I remember.
I was
there
playing with
was, like,
Legos.
some-
I was remember playing with Legos on the temple grounds.
That's funny.
Oh.
I remember there was
That's
like this lake and there was this fish and people were daring me to like go try to catch it. And then when Dad grabbed me, I was like, "No, we're kidding."
We went to like a
'Cause it-
restaurant and like ate crabs. And that was
You should
fun.
have grabbed the fish.
I was going to, but it was deep in the water and they were kidding. Like they were teasing me to go get it. But then I was going to.
That's fine. I
Okay.
remember swimming along the pool, and my mom said I got like chlorine. Anyways, where
Little
where-
coward.
What?
Uh,
Where should we
Number
put it? My opinion is you go here just because we can have a grouping of Pixar stuff, and I like these two better.
Yeah, for
You know?
sure.
I mean,
I agree.
it's hard. I would put
Probably don't like
below
Up
Indiana
because it's
Jones,
emotional.
but since Indiana Jones had a flop, I would put it above that. But do you guys want it higher, or does that seem good?
That's fine. No worries. Works for
That's
me.
good.
All right. The Dark Knight trilogy.
S. Top of S.
Top of
Top
S.
of S.
Top of S. But what about the first one? The first one.
I don't know if it's top of S. That's a little bit.
No.
It's a
That's
little
not.
overzealous.
No, it's not.
I'll put it right there.
No, what?
I'd
In
throw it.
front-
It's definitely.
in
It's
front.
definitely an S for sure.
Yeah.
In front of whatever Saving Private Ryan. In front.
I mean, honestly, if freaking Home Alone is at the highest, yes, Dark Knight deserves to be at the highest.
Thank you.
Don't diss on Home Alone.
Wait, I got scroll down so I can see the rest
Home
of the movie.
Alone does not deserve that
Why?
placement at
It's
all.
a secret. Nope. Your favorite one is the ball.
My favorite,
Yes.
honestly, but it is better than The Dark Knight. So, I will wait. Well, how does that tier card work? That Trump thing.
What do you? I guess you can put it at the top.
Wow.
Put it at
Trumper.
And I guess it all
I guess
tie for
whoever
the top.
whoever enacts the Trump card has to deal with the other people enacting their Trump cards.
I guess yeah. If you
Superseding.
do it first, then the other people can. But once it's in the, how about this? Once it's in the list, like once I set it down, we move on to the next one. It's that we can't move it. So you can't be at the end and be like, oh, I want to move up to S tier or something. You have to do it when the movie is when we're talking about it.
Okay, I
Oh,
say
what is
that.
happening? What
I don't
is?
know.
Oh no! What are the glitches? What is going on?
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, is it?
It is.
Oh, it's because. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. I probably took like 37 screenshots. Oh, we're doing Dark Knight.
Yes.
Did you want to move it up or something?
Yes.
It
Is your
deserves
Trump
to be
card?
at the top
Oh.
of S because
You
Oh,
both
so
say
I
top
don't.
of us.
Yes.
it's top of S.
Thank you.
Why isn't it? It's not working. It's not working. Fine, I guess. I don't really agree.
Home Alone does not
I'm
deserve to be
debating
in front
Private
of.
Ryan and Saving Private Ryan. It
No,
would be. I would put it here.
No.
I would have it tied with Saving Private Ryan, but we can.
Home
put it
Alone does
there.
not deserve that placement, bro.
It does. It does.
No, it does not.
It does. It's heartwarming and it's awesome. Macaulay Culkin is amazing. Best music, best
Right.
everything. Funny. It's funny. It's emotional. It's way better than It's a Wonderful Life.
That's not true.
It
That's
is.
not true.
I cried during Home Alone, so I secretly cry actually. So it's good.
That's crazy.
Speaking of movies, Elijah cries to The Truman Show.
Hey.
I do not cry to that, actually.
No.
I don't cry to many movies.
I say A.
I just watched a video on it recently. I've been watching this guy. What is he called? Heavy Spoilers on YouTube. Shout out. He just does breakdowns of movies. I've been watching some of them. They're fun. What's going on?
Is seizing.
I don't know. It's hard now because I'm like I don't know where to place it in.
We can.
I would watch it again now.
It's
Truman?
good.
Truman's better than Dumb and Dumber for sure.
I
So
think honestly in front of A.
Yeah, I would put it in A.
Yeah,
I
it
think it's
deserves to be front of A,
solid
yeah.
Yeah,
The
top
very
of
front,
A. Yeah, because
above Three
like,
Amigos. It is
yes,
a little bit
because-
more. It is more heart
Okay,
than Three Amigos.
because first of all it makes you think. Secondly, like obviously the storyline and but again back to the behind the scenes, like not just behind the scenes, but like all the details that went into that movie.
yeah.
And
pretty
all
cool.
the little hint at him being in a TV show is incredible.
You can
Yeah.
literally like the first like opening thing where he's walking out, like it shows all the cameras and there's like a guy like holding a I don't know, a
Yeah.
garbage bin or something, and you can see the camera like very plainly. Like it's not hidden at all. But you
No.
you never noticed it the first time watching.
Yeah,
It is
and then
crazy.
like one of the scenes that I never picked up on until I watched it. When Truman comes in and talks to his filling up the vending machine. Truman
he
turns
takes
to
stuff
the
out,
wall,
yeah.
and he starts putting it away. But then Truman turns back, and he didn't expect him to bring it back up again.
Yeah.
What else? Anyways, but then the quote, I'm gonna butcher it, but it's like you take. I'm really gonna butcher it, but like basically take the off or something like that. You take
You
like
cut out.
oh
You
I
talk
said
slow or.
you take the normal that you have. I totally. But like
Every time you
that
talk fast, it cuts out. It's weird.
I can't not talk fast. When I get excited about things, I talk fast.
When I
I don't remember that quote. I haven't seen it in a
Is
while.
Forrest Gump on there? Is Forrest Gump on there?
Yes.
Maybe.
Say
I don't know. Well, our Elijah just left, so now I have to call in our emergency host. Just kidding. Watch. I don't know when I'm gonna post this, but I made an episode with a special guest, and I have made. I had me as host. So, if you guys didn't know, I'm the host. Isabel and Elijah are co-hosts, and I hired a emergency host / co-host, and they will be. I will release that episode, and you guys will find out who it is. I don't know. I'm gonna do it before this one or after. We'll see. But we might. I'll put these at the end, just in case we don't finish.
Okay.
The ones that we would talk about, Elijah. I'll just. All right, let's Hitch.
Say a B, a high B.
Yeah, I would put it higher. I'll
Super
put it at the
duper.
very end of A.
Okay, I'm fine with that.
I love
Funny,
Bart.
comedic
I love
genius.
Kevin James.
Kevin James, Will Smith's chemistry, amazing. Yeah, honestly, but here's the thing, like before Kevin James' character is introduced, like I feel like he makes like yeah, you're trying to follow along with Smith, like you're interested.
You're cutting out.
Good.
You're. The dog's
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
The reason why that movie is so good is
You're cutting too fast. She's talking too fast. Oh, what's going on?
literally talking slow.
Yeah. All right, sorry guys. Sorry for the technical issues. It's probably gonna be going on throughout this whole episode with as well. Hopefully it's better now. But yeah, we were just talking about Hitch, the great movie, great rom-com with Will Smith and Kevin James. I was just saying how I love Kevin James as an actor. He's fun.
And as a person, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
At least all that I've heard. Someone's gonna get on here and be like, he's a pedophile. I'll say, well, I didn't know that.
I mean, all actors are. It's just part of the. Just kidding.
It's part of the job description.
Part of the job. Yeah. So I think low. But yeah, I don't mind moving. Like any of these really on the end can go up or down in between the tiers.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. The Sixth Sense.
I would give that A.
An
So
A. Yeah, the twist is very good, very like original. Like just the whole idea is you get like a story, and it's very refreshing. I feel like in that aspect, like because most of the time the story of a thing is the basic. You know what's gonna happen. The hero's gonna you figure out himself, and then slowly work up to a certain point, and then something big is gonna happen, and it's gonna turn everything around, and he's gonna be sad in the middle of the movie, and then he's gonna work himself back up to the final whatever. And gets the girl. So it's a very like unique, and there's different. That's just the hero's journey or whatever. But there's most movies go along that line, and you can have really good movies that do that because they have other things that are great. But this has just the main, like the meat, the story is just very original. Like,
yeah,
fun.
and I think also M. Night does a really good job of like same with Unbreakable. He has you follow path, and the whole time you're trying to figure out what's going on. But then at the end it resolves, and then the twist, because sometimes there's a twist, and you're like, I didn't see that coming at all, and you're like,
he does
so
a really good
they
job.
really threw that in there. But he does an amazing job of like having a twist, and like almost answering a question that you in like the whole time, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh, this makes so much more sense.
And then you
Because-
rewatch them, and it's like
Oh,
you
yeah.
see all the hints, and it's fun.
Especially Sixth Sense. Like every
Yeah.
time you watch it, there's like another hint. The
Yeah.
ending, which is so good.
Where do we want to put it?
A.
A.
I'd say below Truman Show.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Right now, it's getting hard for me at least because it's like for me, it's just like different moods. I want to watch different stuff,
Yeah.
so it's like I don't know. It's hard. Or if I'm like with different people, like I'll watch something like I don't know, like, 'cause you want to watch Sixth Sense with a little kid. But,
Yeah, that'd be
and
weird.
you watch these ones, that'd be fun. Or like the Truman Show, like I don't know. Or like I don't know, with like if it's Halloween, like Sixth Sense would be good, and Truman Show is like
Yeah.
good all around. Whatever. If you guys are in the mood for something funny, it's like Three Amigos. It's hard, but yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna save these for maybe with Elijah.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah, the Grinch
What?
with the Jim Carrey. The Jim Carrey
I would
Grinch.
say
Okay.
an A. Mainly I would say a B, but nostalgia factor, an A. Because Jacob and I watch it every Christmas with our dad.
I didn't watch this Christmas. I don't like it that much anymore.
I love it. It's so funny.
What?
It's just stupid funny, but it's a good fun.
What? Max,
What?
that is not a
That's
toy.
what a shit.
I would put it. I would put lower, but you said does that look good? And
Yeah.
a high B.
Hi, B. I agree. Good middle ground.
Just like me wanting to watch it right now, it's like it would go above Frozen, I guess. It's also not Christmas time, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It just it's whatever. I've seen it too many times, I think. All right, you haven't seen this. You should see it. The Thing. John Carpenter's The Thing. I've heard from a lot of like film buffs said this is their favorite movie, and I don't
Really?
super understand why. Just like just people online. YouTube people, my co-YouTubers that I'm buddies with. It's a fun. I just watched it for the first time recently, just kind of off a whim. Actually, so Among Us was a big game was it during COVID? I don't know.
Yeah.
But
Like
this is
2019.
yeah. This game is
Like-
kind of well. It's the general idea is like somebody's an other and you're in a secluded place and you're trying to figure out if they've been taken over by this alien essentially, which isn't like
Yeah.
a super unique idea. It's very like there's a ton of moments and it just keeps you on edge and it's just very like it's hard to like sell it to somebody just by telling them because it just sounds very generic, but just everything just fits together so well and it's got that 80s nostalgia. Actually, I don't know when it came out, but it just has that older movie like nostalgia with it, and the practical effects look really good. It is very gross practical effects, and there's a sad dog scene.
Oh
And it's not like incredible. They don't focus in on a ton,
no.
which is good. And there's a guy who likes the dogs, and I like it. He's my favorite guy, even though you don't get to see a lot of him. But he's who I relate to the most. But I don't know it's hard. I just put it on there because I found it recently. I really enjoyed it, and I feel like not a lot of people have seen it, so it's more just like a recommendation. If you're an adult, I know definitely wait until you're older and more mature. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything like sexual, which is really what I care about, but very graphic and violent. But I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I'm able to kind of compartmentalize stuff where it's like super out there, like gross and graphic in certain parts, not the whole thing, because some horror movies are just the whole thing. It's gross. It's very certain parts. It uses it very sparingly, but when it uses it, it's like this. It's a nasty, like gross monster. But I'm able to be like, I don't know. And it does it very well. How it like has it separated. I'm not making much sense now, but you just watch it if you're an adult. Just watch the trailer first. I don't know. Just be wary, but it is a good movie.
I agree with like when it comes to like really graphic and like I don't know, stuff like that. Like, first of all, it's really like other movies, like you can literally just close your eyes and like pretend it's not happening. But then
Oh, yeah,
also
watch it on Vid Angel.
watch on Video Angel, yeah. Or like I'm like for instance, like what if I'm like really grossed out? Because that's more it. I'm more grossed out than like, disturbed. Because I know it's fake. And I know it's like prosthetics and things. So that's how I'm like able
No,
to
that's
not.
one thing too, is you can definitely tell like it's a rubber whatever, but it looks like it's like Indiana Jones level of maybe a
okay.
little bit better. People really care, probably like, oh, it's the best, because for the time it was really good. But it is all practical, which is fun, so it looks better than any CGI in my opinion. But you can definitely, just the monster itself, it's so like just gross and like obtuse that it definitely is like fake. Like nothing in real life looks like it. So I don't know. I don't know where to put it. Just because I feel bad, like like I said earlier, with these things, because you guys
Yeah.
haven't seen it. I mean, so let's see where I would put it. I would put it like there, in my opinion.
Okay.
I don't know. It's hard to say Private Ryan. I'm kind of struggling with it. I don't know why I'm having such a.
I know. I'm like.
I feel like I've just seen Saving Private Ryan like 3 times, and I'm kind of like a little burnt out. And I've only seen this like twice. I don't know, but I'll put it lower since you guys haven't seen it. I'll just throw it in somewhere.
Good to know.
No, put it there. Okay. Finding Nemo. Did you ask for this one? I might just throw this in. I think I asked our mom about certain ones we put in, so Finding Nemo was one.
I don't know, honestly. Like
I never saw it a ton, as a kid, and I don't know, like.
Yeah, like it's good, and it's fun. It's just like
none of the characters are super like super funny.
Super
like all
connected.
These ones,
like Dory's.
They have amazing characters.
Yeah, like Dory's like funny, but at the same time, it's kind of like it's side character humor. When I feel like if she's the main funny one, she should be the one like being like, oh my gosh, she's so funny and like cracking all these jokes, rather than kind of side character of haha, I'm gonna throw this in. When I'm like, no, you should be, I don't know, like really building off that character, because it's really her and Marlin swimming to find him for majority of the movie.
And you meet a bunch of like kind of just stereotypical like surfer dudes, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Like also I think another thing might be too, honestly, is like it might just because they're not humans that we don't connect to them as much. Like that might be a part of it, because they're fish. And like if you look at all this, like you can see Bolt, Lion King are lower, and like Toy Story, like all these kid shows are a little bit higher. So
and,
I would put it down here with I'll put it there. Elijah would probably I'll honor Elijah's opinion. I'll put Lion King above.
That's sweet. Let's do a couple more, and then I think
we'll have a bunch for next time.
Yeah.
Let's see. I'll try. Let me see if I can find ones that we will talk or know about. I'll keep Insidious for next time.
Okay.
Let's see. We can do that. Well, there's a couple that like me and Mom talked about. Oh, Forrest Gump is on here. Oh, cool.
Oh, nice.
I think Elijah will have stuff to say about these.
Like a Batman.
I'll do the. Oh, we can say that for.
Okay.
I think you'll.
Okay.
We can do these 4 real quick. They're kind of a little bit more rom-coms.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. Oh yeah, so Father of the Bride, with what's his name? Steve
Martin. Steve Martin. Yeah.
Out of these 4, I think it's probably you've got I don't know. I would say it's the funniest out of these 4 right here.
Oh, okay. Well, no, you're right. You're right.
It's Steve Martin and Martin Short. Like
you're so right. Together. Actually, I don't know why I got defensive about that. I interpreted you saying that's the best one out of those ones. I disagree, but it is definitely the funny. I think the next funny. would be Miss Congeniality. Sandra
Yeah,
Bullock.
I need to rewatch that. I don't think I've seen the whole thing through.
Oh, really? It's
Yeah.
genuinely like, it's so funny. It's really good.
Oh.
But yeah, no, because Martin Short, when they were like with his character, he made up that accent. The accent's not real. Like
funny.
he just made it up, and they're like, okay, dude.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's funny. But since like most of them, it's like they are rom-coms, and I don't really care about the rom part, so the comedy
Mhm.
part. So I would put that one my favorite, I guess. Now I do like. I would probably. I don't know. They're like I said, they're kind of they're kind of in their own thing. But like right now, like my ranking of just all these four would be. I guess we should say for our viewers, it's Princess Diaries, Miss Congeniality. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I can't read it. You've Got Mail and Father of the Bride. I would put that. Yeah.
You have to say it.
I'm sorry. Yeah. I do that. Father of the Bride first. You've Got Mail. Then Miss Congeniality. Then Princess Diaries is the least one I liked.
Yeah.
But yeah. But what do you think?
Disagree. I would say You've Got Mail as first for me, and then Miss Congeniality, and then Father of the Bride, and then Princess. That's what mine would be. Because
Oh, that's fair.
yeah, because You've Got Mail. A big reason why I like
They
it.
have
was
really good
because-
chemistry. I feel like I'm not super
Oh.
big into romance stuff, but I feel like all the love interests, like, well, this one isn't. Sorry, I should say.
Well, I feel
Father of
like
the Bride
Father-
isn't really a love one.
No,
Um,
I feel like it's definitely a girl movie because it's him getting ready for his daughter. But the main loss in it, the main relationship is between him and his daughter, not
Yeah.
really. Like the conflict is actually her getting married. That's a conflict, which is kind of ironic because it's a chick flick. Which I guess isn't that ironic because that is other things. But yeah, like
It's
the
also
main.
my order of things. It's also like the male lead because Steve Martin is definitely he's the main character in that one, and then You've Got Mail. They're both main characters because it flip flops, and then
Yeah.
that was my order, and then the other two, the girls are the leads, which because I relate more to the guys obviously because I am a guy.
Yeah.
I think that's also
That makes
part of it for me.
Yeah, but also I feel like Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, like, yes, their chemistry is amazing. Well, because also I love that movie so much because it's in New York. It's about books, and so like it's so fun when she references like there's a scene at the end when she's talking about the Ballet Shoes series, and that's a book series I read. So like there's a lot of references to books that I grew up reading that I knew, and then also
He talks
yeah,
about The Godfather.
oh yeah. Yeah, it's just so, and then it's like it's genuinely funny, and then it just ends. It ends happy, and like
Yeah.
I don't know. And then
They just have
why-
that like holiday kind of also like fun movie to it as well, like kind of nostalgic, I guess. I don't know how to describe it.
it is,
Like,
and
because
like the
it's
music,
set in the holidays kind of, and in New York and very like
well,
charming.
yeah, it
and-
goes
the
through
bookstores, like
it
you
goes
said.
goes through the seasons, which I really love when movies do that. I love when they go through the seasons, and with the seasons also obviously represent what the person's going through, which is really cool because that's what we talked about in our literary analysis class. Is like, forgot what it's called, but seasons is like a physical symbol or I forgot what it is, but like that's like a
Some
universal
mumbo-jumbo.
symbol
Just
of stuff. Anyways, but then I chose Miss Congeniality next because that's genuinely, it's so funny. Like the romance part's kind of cute.
I'll
but,
have
like,
to I'll have to watch it because I like I
Dude.
don't know anything.
It's so like there's like just like the character. There's one girl who's like stupid, and he goes, and what is your favorite? Oh, what would be your perfect date? Meaning like to go on. She's like, my favorite date is September 12th because it's not too hot and it's not too cold and you can wear a light sweater. And then everybody's like, oh, and then. Yeah, and then it's just so, and then
That's
she's
funny.
also funny because she's trying to be, she's like a tomboy, so she's trying to be like this prim and proper,
You're
and
talking
she's
about
like,
Sandra Bullock.
yeah, Sandra
Yeah,
Bullock, and she's like,
character.
yeah, there's one scene where they're like, she knows there's a like the bad guy is trying to get them, like, so she's trying to protect them, and she goes, and if anybody tries to hurt, and this is after
Oh, I didn't
actually
remember
answer,
that scene because she's on stage,
Yeah, this-
right?
yeah, and this is her because she does not answer the questions correctly, so she finally answered a question like really well, And then after she answers it really well, she goes, "And if anybody tries to hurt my friend, I will hunt you down and I will kill you." And everybody's like, "Oh, that's so nice." Anyways, it's a good movie.
Yeah. Also,
then-
Sandra Bullock is an actor. We have Blindside. Yeah, she's very good in all the roles. Or like, yeah, she can play like that kind of tomboy tough girl really well, and like kind of that's kind of what she was. Well, she wasn't really a tomboy, but she was like the mama.
She was, yeah.
And,
She was her mom.
Yeah. But then she also does like the romantic stuff well as well. She's like, oh, what is she in? While you were sleeping, like that character is kind of like a little bit more humble and not humble, but just like less loud.
But she's like the underdog in that,
Yeah.
and she's been through a lot of stuff, and she's just tired in that one. She's like,
Yeah. But
I'm
like
just trying to
very drastic. I feel like she has a lot of range in her acting.
Oh, for sure.
All right, time to rank them.
Okay.
So we'll probably agree that Father. Oh, you had it. I guess we agree that You've Got Mail would go the highest.
Yes. So good. For all the reasons. I'd say below 6 cents. Below 6 cents.
Below 6 cents. Yeah, no. I would put it below The Thing, but. You know.
Oh, well, I haven't watched The Thing.
I would put. Well.
I don't know.
I haven't seen Miss Congeniality. So
I put that as a high B.
I would
because
rather
honestly,
watch it. It is more heart than
But the thing
Amigos.
is, the storyline in like it's not the most like the storyline in Miss Congeniality is literally trying to stop a terrorist attack. Like, I don't know. I'd put Miss Congeniality higher than.
I just haven't seen it, but I guess I'd agree
Because what's
because it
his
sounds like
face
I
in
would
it?
enjoy it.
Yeah, what's his name? Alfred.
Yeah, I remember him. He was in it. Yeah, definitely, probably higher than Three Amigos because it seems a little bit more like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's more sophisticated.
Yeah, it's a little bit more clever with the humor. Three Amigos just feels like a little kid show because we watch it, but it's not like. It's very
not.
like adult themes.
I already watched it. There's this scene when they're raiding the town.
Yeah.
They're like bombing it. They're grabbing girls and putting them on horses and clearly not gonna do great things with them. And like,
yeah.
I'm like, how did I not grow up having weird ideas?
Yeah.
Like,
sure.
I'm like, how did I not grow up? I don't know, having weird ideas.
Yeah, it's interesting, but yeah, it's like. It's such a weird film. But I think it has a lot of I think why we probably liked it as kids is it has a lot of physical comedy, and that's something that a lot of kids really like. It's like, oh, big flashy moving stuff.
Yeah, and then probably also the action, not realizing like how horrible that scene is. Like when you really think about it, you're like, this is destroying their town. Really, it was like explosions and there's horses and there's guns and they're all running around. Like. Not realizing like, oh my gosh, that's actually so bad.
Yeah. And I would put Father Bride higher, like I said, but I think right there is probably pretty good.
Yeah.
Because it's a little bit more, like you said, classy. Or these all are. I don't know. Princess Diaries. I don't know why I put that on it. I think Mom wanted that. Yeah, I wouldn't put it in A. Yeah, it definitely below.
Put it above Frozen. Put it above Frozen.
It's not that memorable to me, and I don't know.
No, and I like
other people.
Obviously, like it's a fun movie. I just feel like I don't know. I'm not that connected to it.
Frozen, but
I'd put it above because it's kind of iconic. But
I think Frozen's more, but
I don't think so. Not for my generation.
Frozen just generationally like broke because parents watched it, kids watched it, teenagers watched it. I don't like. I think I could ask like everybody in my ward, and like none of the guys would know. All the guys would know Frozen. None of the guys would know Princess, whatever.
No, but that's not Princess Diaries is.
I don't know. Well, they know Frozen somehow, so.
But that's because like that's like a Disney mainstream movie. Like I feel like Princess Diaries was very much like a 2000s chick flick that if your parents let you watch it, you'd watch it, and it's good.
But I don't like people don't talk about it anymore. I don't think people are watching it, like finding it and watching it. discovering. But
No.
people are still know about Frozen, and it's the Disney war machine is perpetuating the Frozen
Oh. I
propaganda.
think they're coming out with Frozen 4.
Probably. Wait, there's a third one.
Oh, JK, then a third,
Third.
not a
So
4.
there's only 2. All right. Well, this is. I thought we'd get through more, but yeah. No, it's good. We'll definitely have another podcast worth, and hopefully Elijah can be here for a little bit longer, and we can get through the rest of these. But yeah, if there's anything you guys want us to rank, throw in, you might revisit this if there's a bunch of movies, because we definitely missed a ton that people like.
Yeah.
I just tried going over stuff that we've seen before. But yeah, leave it down in the comments. I don't know if there's comments on. There's comments on Spotify, or there's like ratings, so you can rate us and tell us to add it in the ratings. But definitely on YouTube, do a comment. And watch us on both. You just turn it on at the same time, press play at the same time, and it'll be just like natural.
And you'll feel more accomplished because you did 2 things at once.
Yeah, and you can like watch one of our perspectives, and then I don't know. You can figure it out. They can figure it out. But yeah, I guess I can go over it real quick. So I'm just gonna go down from this, from the very top to the. Actually, no, I'll go up. So the very bottom, we didn't put anything D and F, but so we started in C. Below C, we have Thomas the Train. Then we have the Justice League with Henry Cavill Superman. That Justice League group of movies. Dumb and Dumber, the first one. We have the Dune series at the top of C. And moving up to B, we have Finding Nemo at the very back. Lion King, Bolt, Frozen, Princess Diaries, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Back to the Future series, and Jim Carrey Grinch at the top of B. At the back of A, we got Hitch, The Godfather, the Indiana Jones film series, Up, Toy Story, The Incredibles, Three Amigos, A Father the Bride, Miss Congeniality, The Thing, You've Got Mail, The Sixth Sense, and at the top we have The Truman Show. In S, at the back we have It's a Wonderful Life. The next up is Unbreakable series, so Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. Next up we got Saving Private Ryan. Then we got Home Alone, and then at the very top of S, our winner for this episode is the Dark Knight trilogy.
Woo! Love.
But we have a bunch of stuff, so next episode it's all gonna get thrown around, and my opinions might change because a week's probably gonna pass, and I will want to watch something else. Yeah, I'll add a movie. I'm gonna really like the B movie. So, but yeah, definitely tune in next week. But yeah, I forgot how to close this out. So Isabel, you get to do it.
Okay, goodbye everybody. Comment, subscribe, heart, like, all the things. We will see you next week. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Oh, just
Oh.
my fingers.
And that's the show.